Look around. Most people have settled for good enough, for mediocrity. Not you. Not anymore. Average isn't safety, it's slow death. The silent killer of potential. Comfort dressed up as security. What happens when you stop demanding more from yourself? Average men live quiet lives of regret. They trade ambition for excuses, dreams for routine, fire for comfort. But you were built different. You weren't made to blend in. You were made to stand out, push limits, demand more. The world doesn't need another nice guy. It needs a man who's relentless, a man who refuses to settle, a man who makes average uncomfortable. Kill the disease, refuse to settle. Make excellence your baseline. Be the best or be forgotten. Reality check. No filters, no sugarcoating. The world doesn't remember the ones who almost made it. It celebrates results, not effort. You're either the man who made it happen or just another story that faded away. Respect isn't handed out. It's earned through consistency, strength, and mastery. Most stop halfway. They start with fire but quit when it burns. They talk dreams but sleep through the grind. They want the crown but refuse the scars. You can't live like that. You can't call yourself a man and back down when it gets tough. You were built to lead, to rise, to build. The world doesn't care what you wanted to do. It only cares what you did. That's the line between men who make history and men who vanish into it. Every day you choose, settle for comfort or chase greatness, make excuses or make progress, complain or conquer. To stand out, separate yourself from the ordinary. Say no to distractions, no to weakness, no to wasting time like everyone else does. While they scroll, you study. While they rest, you grind. While they talk, you build. You're not here to blend in. You're here to dominate. Excellence isn't talent, it's obsession. Refusing anything less than your absolute best. Demanding more from yourself every single day. Even when no one's watching, no one claps, and it hurts like hell. Greatness is born in the dark, when the world's asleep and you're still building something unshakable. People call you too serious? Good. Obsessed? Perfect. That's what it takes. Obsession creates excellence. Comfort creates mediocrity. The greats didn't get there by accident. They built themselves brick by brick, sacrifice by sacrifice. They traded comfort for purpose. They didn't chase motivation. They built discipline. Legacy demands everything: time, energy, focus, pride. You'll lose sleep, friends, comfort, but you gain respect, power, immortality. Every scar becomes a story, every failure a lesson, every sacrifice fuel. When life hits, don't crumble, rebuild harder. When it breaks you, come back sharper. When it doubts you, prove it wrong with action, not talk. Being the best isn't a title, it's a lifestyle. How you breathe, move, think, refusing to give half when the world accepts half. Build that standard, live by it, protect it. When people hear your name, they should think strength, precision, dominance. You don't need validation. You need the fire inside, the hunger that never dies. In the end, you won't be remembered for how much you wanted it. You'll be remembered for how much you did. Rise above the noise. Cut excuses. Crush doubt. Be undeniable. Average is easy. That's why it's crowded. Everyone wants to be great, but few want to earn it. They love the idea of success, but hate the process. The grind, early mornings, late nights, the pain. Average is safe. Average gives excuses to stay small. But deep down, the man who knows he's meant for more feels tortured by it. The top is empty for a reason. The path is brutal, nights of doubt, days without belief, moments questioning if the pain is worth it. Yet the ones who keep going become unstoppable. They rely on discipline, not motivation. They use pain as fuel. They walk straight through struggle instead of avoiding it. When you choose greatness, you choose war, against excuses, comfort, weakness. Average men avoid the war and call it peace. But peace without purpose is surrender. You weren't built to surrender. You were built to dominate. Turn pain, mistakes, past into power. Average men seek shortcuts and comfort. Great men build the road and seek challenge. Average men fear pain. Great men become immune to it. If you're tired, good, you're moving. If you're doubting, good, growth. If no one's supporting you, perfect. You're on a path they can't follow. You can't rise living like the rest. You can't lead thinking like the crowd. You can't build an empire with average habits. Stop comparing. Stop waiting. Stop asking permission. You already have everything you need. Decide to use it. Greatness isn't born, it's forged in rejection, struggle, sacrifice, obsession. Forged when everyone quits and you keep going. Discipline is the key to being the best. Kill your addiction to motivation. Kill your need for comfort. Kill the voice saying, "Take it easy." Success doesn't care how you feel. Discipline commands obedience. Most men lose before they begin, thinking greatness comes from inspiration. It comes from repetition. Showing up every day when your body aches, mind screams stop, and no one's clapping. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire that burns long after others quit. When average hits snooze, the disciplined is already moving. He suffers willingly because pain is the tax for being exceptional. Discipline separates lions from sheep, makes you dangerous in a world of quitters. Champions don't wake up excited every day. They wake up exhausted, beaten, sometimes broken, but they show up. That's why they're the best. Discipline is mastering yourself before the world, fighting the war in your mind every day, doing reps when no one's counting, studying while others distract. The disciplined man doesn't chase easy. He creates the path through pain. When others crumble, he stays calm, steady, unstoppable. Talent without consistency is wasted. Motivation without action is useless. Dreams without discipline die. His validation comes from the work, from knowing he gave everything. Discipline isn't punishment, it's freedom. From weakness, failure, average. The man who controls himself controls everything. When you live with discipline, you become pressure. You become the challenge. Your results speak louder than words. Stop waiting. Discipline starts now, when it's hard. Every second wasted, someone outworks you. Every excuse, someone sharpens. Every comfort, someone becomes a monster. Be the monster, the relentless, the obsessed. The world remembers the disciplined, not the almosts. You get one shot at this life. No do-overs. No someday. Why waste it shrinking to fit? Why silence your fire to comfort weak men? You're wired different. You chase power, purpose, legacy, not money, fame, likes. This world respects results, not excuses or potential. Stop waiting for motivation or permission. Become your own proof. Train tired. Show up drained. Work while others rest. Legends are built in silence, struggle, repetition. While others talk, you execute. While distracted, you sharpen. While chasing comfort, you build your kingdom. Pain doesn't break real men, it builds them. Every scar a story, every setback discipline, every rejection resilience. Greatness is consistency under fire. Doing what's required when you feel nothing. Choosing discipline when your body says stop. The modern world is soft, addicted to comfort, distraction, being liked. But the man who embraces struggle becomes dangerous. The world can't ignore him. Refuse to die with potential inside. Refuse to play small. Be the man who leaves no doubt, gives everything, pushes past limits average men can't relate to. When they sleep, you work. When they doubt, you build. When they quit, you double down. One day it will make sense. You'll stand on top, not by luck, but because you refuse to be anything less. Raise your standards. Raise your effort. Raise your discipline. No more excuses. No more comfort. No more average. Every breath, step, moment, make it a weapon. Greatness comes to those who work like it's war. Refuse weakness. Refuse mediocrity. Refuse comfort. Be the man who scares excuses. Who moves like destiny owes him nothing. The best don't talk. They don't post. They don't seek credit. They become every single day. You weren't made to be average. You were built to stand out, rise above, become the best at whatever you touch. Mediocrity is easy. Greatness isn't. That's why it's worth it. If this hit hard, like Subscribe and comment, "I'm the best," to prove you made it to the end. See you in the next one.